everybody. Woo, that's right, Schmitty. The Bowfishing Buzz, episode 107. Brought to you by AMS Bowfishing and
Megamouth Bowfishing as well. Our fantastic sponsors, as always, Matt. Efficiency Bowfishing Lights by Outdoor Innovations USA.
Yep.
End Designs Leatherwork and Embroidery. Check them out, guys. They do amazing quality things. The hats that we're sporting right now are all End Designs work. They do fantastic job on everything that they do.
Absolutely.
We're back in the booth 107 here, Matt.
Nice. So, just so our listeners know,
I have no idea.
today I came to work.
Oh,
And I come walking into the office. And what do I see across the office is a little mini-me of me. My goodness, you guys would not believe what Schmitty and I are wearing today. No phone calls. No, what are you wearing tomorrow? Just show up at work.
you make it sound like we sometimes do
This
that.
is what we don't. How crazy is it?
We have, for the audio listeners that are not able to see the video, we each have Bowfishing Buzz hats on.
Yeah.
Matt's is a different color, same design of the hat.
What kind of shirt do you have on, Schmitty?
I have a white
Yeah.
The Obsession Outdoors Captain Clayton Meyer shirt on with their awesome graphic on the back.
Yeah.
What kind of shirt do you have on, Matt?
I have an awesome white
The Obsession Outdoors. Absolutely.
Clayton Meyer.
So we're 2 for 2. We're 2 for 2 so far.
Yep. What color are your shorts?
My shorts are a tan, kind of a khaki color.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Are you wearing pants or shorts?
I'm wearing shorts.
What color are your shorts?
Tan khaki.
Really? Oh, my
Khaki.
gosh. That's crazy. Well, let's keep going. What color socks do you have on?
I have black socks.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, and I'm guessing you're wearing shoes, correct?
Yes. What kind of shoes do you have, Schmitty?
I got black shoes, but the brand is 1, 2, 3.
Skechers.
From head to toe, we are
my
exactly
gosh.
matched.
We
It's
are.
a little ridiculous. It is a little bit ridiculous. Oh, my goodness. Funny stuff. Good stuff.
Unreal.
We're just in
Unreal.
sync. We're in sync. We work well
are.
together. We're ready to rock and roll in the pod.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So on our desk here, Schmitty,
Oh, we
we
got
have
some
a few
goodies.
items here.
Yes.
We have a few items that one of our listeners sent to us.
Yes. Yep.
Kale Goodwin.
Yes.
What did Kale send you, Schmitty?
First off, we love that Kale sent this
Oh,
stuff
this
in.
is great. We
This
love this
cracked
type of
us
stuff.
up
It
so much when we got
It did. This
So
is awesome.
Kale is obviously an avid listener
Yes.
to the podcast.
Yeah.
All right. So to start us off, he got us, this is completely full. The seal is not broken.
No.
A brand new bottle of Pepto Bismol.
Yeah.
With the note on it that says, Matt, for your next bubble gut flare up, Kale. Amazing. Okay, so he
Oh my
obviously
God,
knows
that is funny
he
stuff
knows
right
the bubble
there.
gut.
Yeah.
All right. Item number 2. A full jar of goldfish vitamin C enriched flakes. It's goldfish food. All right? Schmitty, maybe this will help you finally get your goldfish. Kale.
Nice.
So he knows that I'm always looking to be shooting these goldfish. I love these big goldfish.
Yep.
And last but certainly not least.
No.
I'll read the note before I let everyone know what it is. Schmitty, for when you lose big fish again next year.
I wonder what that could be.
It is a beautiful green dress. When we were digging through that, I'm like, that's a dress, isn't it? Sure as heck. There it is. So that's very cool.
And
Very
what
cool.
did Schmitty yesterday do when he got that? He had to try it on.
You made me try it on.
Try it on. Oh, my gosh. That is cool stuff.
It is cool.
Thank you, Kale.
Yes, we appreciate
that
it.
made us all laugh and smile here, and
Yep.
we appreciate that
Yep.
very much.
Yep.
Schmitty,
Yeah.
let our listeners who's joining us today on the Bowfishing Buzz, episode 107.
Later in the podcast, we're
Yeah.
going to be giving Bowfishing legend a call here. Not even is he's very well known in the bowfishing world. He's a fantastic guy, family oriented guy.
Yep.
Give you the shirt off his back, nice guy. We're going to be giving Tommy Woods, old TKO, a call, and
Yes.
we're just going to pick his brain on some of the tactics and strategies that he has been adapting to with the current landscape of bowfishing, which to me is very, very interesting.
Absolutely
because Tommy's been known for doing it and doing it well for a long time, doing it kind of one way, and he's changing what he's doing. So we'll get more into that once we give him a call.
Right. Schmitty, it is getting close to that time of year that you and I both really love.
Oh, God.
We love doing this to the properties that we hunt on.
Yes. Property management, anything from mowing trails, planting trees, whatever we have to do to make it more suitable, more beneficial for the wildlife, and overall, mainly to help us harvest a mature deer come fall. It is food plot season through and through right now, 100%. You and I have been snapping back and forth in central Wisconsin. Absolutely. We've been out in the woods working dirt, planting seed, doing whatever we got to do. It's been a blast, and I love it's a lot of work, but I'd be lying if I said I don't love every second of the prep work in the summertime. It's so satisfying to see it pay off in the fall.
Right. You came over a few weeks ago and helped me turn up some ground and some dirt. Brought your John Deere tractor over. It was wonderful to have you do that. I appreciated you coming over and doing that. And since then, we've been going to work on those, you on your property, me on my property. We've seeded a couple of our stuff. We're just praying for some rain right now.
I know. And it gets tough because I'm gone for 2 days next week. We're gone the entire next week after that. So we're kind of in a time crunch. We've got a little bit of a chance for rain Friday, Saturday into the weekend. And I just, I pray. I planted 2 plots last night. I need some rain. I need some rain.
And I did plant one of my very small, I don't even call it a food plot, it's a kill plot. It's a spot, very small.
Like a micro plot.
Surrounded by trees and everything. It's really thick. I planted one of those last Wednesday because the ground was holding pretty good moisture.
It was. When I was over there, it looked good. Looked dark.
Because there's a lot of shade in that area and stuff. And that seed is coming up right now.
Yeah, can't ask for better than that. Absolutely. I want to say one thing on the tractor front. Okay. John Deere 3038E tractor. Compact tractor, works great for what I do. I wouldn't want it any smaller, but I also wouldn't want it any bigger, mainly because I have roughly a ½ inch from the top of my roll bars down to get into my garage. So it needs to be that size. Plus, I'm getting into some small spots. But I am using, when I came over, I brought my chisel with me.
Yes.
To break some ground up for you. Would you care to take a guess at how old that chisel is?
50 years old.
Wrong-o.
It's probably older than that.
The best estimates that we can get, it is 80 years old.
Oh my gosh.
And it just works. They don't make stuff like they used to.
Exactly. They don't make stuff like that.
We were looking at it. The springs on the tine, the tooth that goes down, the spring is insane. It's like a 3/4 inch spring that's 2 feet long. It's ridiculous. Yeah. That old stuff is cool, and it works great. It's fun to do that. I'm sure you'll roll some of the footage in the video portion of the podcast, but that's always cool to do it. But I'm using
popping up some big old roots systems, man.
Yeah, all of a sudden, I turn around here. There's a 3-inch root that I just dug up out of the ground. Yeah.
No, so that's what we're really digging into that right now this time of year, and I'm sure a lot of you are out there as well. I just got back from this past weekend. I was at the U.S. Nationals World of Outlaw Late Models.
Yeah, you were
in Cedar Lake, Wisconsin this past weekend. I just loved the World of Outlaw Late Models and the Lucas Oil Late Models and stuff. So had a good old time up there. Actually, the guy that won the $100,000 main event on Saturday night, I was wearing his shirt. I was sporting his shirt. Ryan Gustin, the Reaper.
That's I remember you were in the shop a good amount of time. Yeah. Well, that's cool.
Yep. I talked to him earlier this year when he was in Mississippi Thunder Speedway down in Fountain City, Wisconsin. They were racing there back in March. And or end of May, right around May. May it was. And I had him sign the back of my shirt. I had that same shirt on. And he signed it, and I said, that's for good luck tonight in the race. Well, he didn't win the race. Okay. So now they're back up into Wisconsin here. They're racing in Wilmot, Wisconsin, right at the end of July.
Okay.
He won that race. Then he comes up to Cedar Lake, wins the main event, $100,000. He wins that and the big trophy and stuff. So maybe that did bring him a little.
Oh, absolutely. It didn't happen right away, but that luck is lasting longer throughout the season now. That's awesome. That's very cool.
Yep. So that's pretty cool. Schmitty, today is August 8th.
No way.
6th.
I was going to say, if it's the 8th, I'm all screwed up.
Today is August 6th.
Okay, gotcha.
BAA bids must be in by August 15th.
Yes, for the 2026 tournament. Right. Bids got to get in. There is one bid in right now.
One bid in right now.
And is it a secret? I think I saw a poster. They're like, any guesses of what the bid is?
I think it might be Arkansas.
Oh, really?
Arkansas,
down there in Arkansas.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yep. But I'm a little surprised because they had a question out there right after the Worlds this year, and there was like 400 comments on there of what people, suggestions and this and that, and what you think and what type of formats and different changes being made.
Yep.
And there's only one bid.
Yeah.
And everybody was saying stuff. Come on, let's get some bids out there.
Anybody can type a comment disagreeing with something, and it takes a whole lot more organization to be able to get an entire bid together to do that.
I wouldn't mind seeing Arkansas, though. I think
that would be kind of neat. Yeah, Arkansas. You don't hear a ton about Arkansas.
Yeah, a lot of
that
big
would be interesting.
Down there.
Yeah, we should hold that shit. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
And so let me ask you this. I'm guessing that this is going to be the case, but if there's only one bid by the 15th, that's where it's going to be.
If that's the only bid that's been submitted, yes.
Okay, gotcha. All right, interesting. On the tournament front, Matt, Wyoming Bowfishing Association. They had their 9th annual Wyoming State Bowfishing Tournament Battle of the Gorge.
Remember we talked about that?
That's such a cool name. Yeah. That's such a cool name. Yep. It was a daytime tournament, which that's awesome. That's cool because, as you know, I struggle with the sleepies sometimes.
No.
I get a little sleepy sometimes. All right. That was a daytime tournament, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Yeah.
Why don't you break us down, Matt? How did that go?
First place, Big Red Mafia. 435.8 pounds with a 21.5-pound average. Their big fish was a 34.6-pound common.
Nice.
You should see that thing. It's just a tank.
Really?
The old belly just...
Big old basketball belly.
Droops in there, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Second place, Team Widowmaker. 388.6 pounds total for Team Widowmaker. Nice. Second place.
Coming in third place, Team Tag Johnson. 358.5 pounds.
That's awesome. That's very cool.
Those are great weights for a daytime.
Absolutely.
I mean,
yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
So, yeah, hats off to the Wyoming State Bowfishing. They actually contacted us, and we might have them on the podcast.
Oh.
Yeah, they contacted us on Facebook Messenger here a little while back.
And did they ask if they could be on the pod?
They said that if we ever had an opening, that they would be interested in joining us on the podcast.
Absolutely. We'd love that. Absolutely.
I actually think that it would be kind of cool to go out there and bowfish.
Yeah.
Wyoming.
Wyoming. You don't necessarily think of that as your top hit list for states that you want to go shoot fish in.
I love that they had shirts designed for their Battle of the Gorge.
Okay.
And they had a carp and the cowboy hat on.
Oh.
It was cool looking.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
That's very cool. Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, I'll tell you what, Matt, there's been 2 very big tournaments since we did a podcast.
Oh, my gosh. Talk about it. No kidding. Yes.
We had the BAA Worlds 2 weekends ago, and we had the Cajun 8 this past weekend. Let's begin. Let's run through the results for the BAA Worlds tournament that was 2 weekends ago.
Let's start out with numbers, Schmitty. Let's start on the number side because it was impressive.
Yeah, this is when we got this. I asked him, like, what? What?
Yeah.
That's insane. Yeah. But first place in the BAA Worlds numbers division, Team Finessin. Captain Doug Alexander, Matt, 1,386 fish for first place for Team Finessin. How cool is that?
Wow.
That
is doing some work.
Oh, their arms just got to be noodles at the end of the night.
Good grief. Coming in second place, Team 2x4, Captain Deuce Cox, 1,257.
Awesome.
Fishies.
Third place, Team Busted Adrenaline, Captain Scoot Hayden, 910 fish.
Nice. Coming in fourth, Natural Disaster, Brandon Carter, Captain, 801 fish.
Fifth place, Team Bad Company, Captain Dustin Cole, 706 fish.
Coming in sixth, Stickin' and Steckin', Captain Zay Ridge, 605.
And in seventh place, Team Born to Kill, Captain Riley Sivaboda, 586 fish.
Nice.
Awesome.
Good
Very
job to
cool.
those guys. That was really, really fun I really enjoyed watching the weigh-ins for Worlds this year. My wife actually watched the whole thing.
Really?
Too. Yeah.
Old Julie was watching with
you.
She
had her phone in her kitchen while she was doing stuff in the morning, and I was walking around doing stuff outside, and I had the phone on and stuff.
That's cool. Yeah. Absolutely.
Then moving on, Schmitty, we've got the Big 20 division for Worlds.
Okay.
Coming in first place, Team AMS Bowfishing, Captain Lance Brantley, weighing in 1,006.88 pounds.
That's insane. That's insane.
Wow.
Amazing. Matt, how big was their big fish?
67.12 pounds. That also won the freshwater big game fish division.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. And did you say that was their average for Big 20? Was it 58.5? 58.5? Was that the average for that? That is 59. Insane. Yeah. That's insane. So absolutely, hats off to Team AMS, Lance Brantley and the boys. That is really cool to see them weigh in north of 1,000 pounds. That's very cool.
Yep.
Second place for the Big 20 division, Darden Bottom Boys. Captain Zach Adams weighing in 806.9 pounds.
That's impressive.
That is, absolutely. That's a lot of weight.
Yep, I was watching these guys come through weigh-ins, and they were pulling some big heads out of their tubs. And I was like, ooh, look at these guys here. Mm-hmm. They've got something fine-tuned and figured out right here.
Yep.
They know how to get on them big heads. And I would actually want to contact Zach Adams and see if he could join us on a podcast.
This was that team you were telling me about then. Okay, gotcha.
Darden Bottom Boys.
Cool.
They did some homework right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Coming in third place, Stickin' Fatties Bowfishing, Captain Zach Wilkerson, 591.12 pounds.
Very cool. Fourth place, Team Bad Behavior, Captain Dylan Moon, 590.3 pounds. Wow, less than 1 pound right separating third and fourth.
Yep. Coming in fifth, Team Descalin, Travis Spiceland is your captain, 579.66 pounds.
And in sixth place, Split and Scales Southern Style, Team Captain Alan Gator, 560.5 pounds.
And coming in seventh, Team TKO, Tommy Woods, 551.01.
Good deal. We'll have to discuss that a little bit with Tommy when we got him on later.
Absolutely.
Cool.
The team that came in sixth there, Split and Scale Southern Style, that's Alan Yater. They came in with stingrays, and they had one shark.
That's insane. Yeah. Talk about variety.
They actually ended up winning the overall big fish.
Oh, okay.
With a big, like 87-pound
I was going to say 87, I think, is the number I had in my head from that weigh-in.
Right?
Yep. Cool.
You know, thanks to
Max Wadlington had it on TikTok.
He had it on TikTok, and I was watching it on TikTok there.
Down there, the old Force Feed 'em Bowfishing.
Yes,
Max was
and it
down
was
there.
cool. Yeah, thank you so much for doing that because it allowed a lot of people to watch that. He had a ton of people on there. I don't quite understand the whole TikTok thing. With
that
all
was
these
hilarious when you came in the next day.
I have no idea what.
So Matt's discussing. He's watching the weigh-in. He goes, so I'm sitting there, and then all of a sudden, everyone's talking. All of a sudden, a bunch of chili peppers start popping up all over the screen.
And Max is like, all right, thanks for chili peppers. More chili peppers, more chili peppers. I'm like, what is up with these chili peppers? Pretty soon there's flowers popping up on the screen and presents and stars.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't understand the whole TikTok thing.
Well, it got the point. You got to watch the weigh-in.
I did get to watch the weigh-in.
That's all
that
matters.
Thank you, Max, for bringing that, live streaming it to us.
Yes.
It was fun to watch. I could actually watch Lance Brantley and Team AMS and them guys all weigh in their fish there. Yeah. And I watched the Darden boys weigh in. And I watched Tommy. It was so cool to see Tommy change his strategies.
Yep.
Which we're going to talk to him about.
Don't spoil it. Yeah,
it was
absolutely.
So fun to watch that. To see Alan Yater and them guys come in with some stingrays and a shark for a Worlds tournament, that was really cool to see. So it was a great tournament. I thought they did a wonderful job. I thought the directors did an amazing job. It all went very smoothly. It all went very fast. As fast as you can go when you're counting numbers in the 1300s for numbers division and stuff like that.
And then you're talking, when you're weighing in a team that's got 1,000 pounds, that weigh-in takes a lot longer too for the Big 20 division. Yep. I mean, compared to even just what we're doing here at the Big 20.
Right.
We're not weighing in that much weight, and it takes us a while. I think we're very efficient at it. But the more heavier fish, the more barrels you're gonna have to use, the longer time it takes. So very hats off to the tournament, 100%.
Yep. And like I said, that's a lot of work. Hosting a tournament of this size.
Yes.
You've got very competitive teams.
Yep.
To have all the rules down to a T.
Yep.
The weigh-ins. You have to have volunteers to help with numbers. Weigh-ins for the Big 20s. Taking care of the fish afterwards. That's a lot to location. Their location looked beautiful. I saw pictures of it. It was an indoor pavilion right there.
Oh, beautiful.
Looked like a wonderful location. It looked great. Looked wonderful. So hats off to everybody. I think the Worlds this year ran off great, and they all should be very proud. They did a heck of a job.
Absolutely. Yep.
Then this past weekend,
yes, sir,
was the Cajun 8 tournament.
Yes. Yep.
What do we got for numbers for that, Schmitty?
Let's see here. What should we do first, Matt? The big fish results or the top 8 results for the Cajun 8?
Let's go with the big fish results.
Okay, first. I gotcha. We'll do that first. Big fish results. Big head carp.
Yes.
Goes to Team AMS with a 77.6 pound stud of a big head. Lance and the boys really put a tank in the boat.
Yes.
That is fantastic.
Unreal. Moving over to the silver carp, Derek. SA Stickers weighed in a 29.8 pound silver. That's a good silver.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. Down to the Buffalo. Team Lights Out. 32.8 pound buff for Team Lights Out.
Nice. Moving over to the common carp, we've got the night prowlers, a 24-pound common.
Very nice. Grass carp, also team night prowlers, 42.2-pound grassy.
Nice. Moving on to the gar, we've got center scale weighing in a 20.4-pound gar.
Dang. Okay,
Nice.
gotcha.
Nice.
Let's move over to the top results, the big
right.
fish, the overall results here, man.
Now, they weigh in 8 fish.
Correct.
8 fish is what they weigh in. Coming in first place, Team AMS, 467.8 pounds.
But, Matt, you must have the papers screwed up here because we just said Team AMS won the Worlds, and then you just said they won the kit. Oh, did they win both?
They won back-to-back.
Back-to-back weekends.
And they also won Worlds back-to-back. They won it in 24 also. They won back-to-back Worlds. They're
amazing.
They're on fire.
Yes, absolutely are on fire. First place finish, like you said, for the Cajun 8 for Team AMS. That's $10,000.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Second place goes to Team Descalin, weighing in 425.4 pounds with a payout of $4,000 for Team Descalin.
Coming in third, the Donation Station, 388.4 pounds. Well, they won $2,000.
Absolutely.
So they did donate everything.
Yep. Fourth place, Team Force Feed'em Bowfishing, speaking of Max.
Yeah.
326.6 pounds, winning $600.
Nice. So hats off to everybody competing in the 2025 Cajun 8. They all did a great job.
Yeah.
And looks like they had a good time. And
absolutely.
Congrats again to Team AMS for getting out there and getting that done.
Absolutely. Very cool. Very cool to see.
I can remember shooting in.
Okay. Off to something else.
I can remember shooting in tournaments years ago where we were chasing big heads there. And like I said, we came in with some pretty good sized big heads, but we just couldn't get a consistent flow of those giant fish, you know?
Yeah.
We'd pop up a 170-pounder or a 60-pounder, and that's all we could get. You know, we couldn't put 8 of them, or especially 20 of them together.
Yep.
You know, we're coming with.
Oh my gosh! Interrupted by Dennis Redden's phone call. Amazing. If you answer that, he's gonna have to make a guest appearance on the podcast.
Should we answer?
I mean, we can see what Dennis is up to. We better hold on. We'll call him back.
Yeah,
the old Kentucky legend.
And we were coming in with, speaking of big heads, look who's calling.
Yeah,
Dennis
wow.
Redden.
He heard you say it.
Oh
he
my
could sense something was up, and he gives you a call. That is funny.
Wow. You know, but we're coming in with 25, 35, maybe a couple 40s and stuff like that there. And you can really see how everything has changed. And we thought we were doing the right things when we were scouting for big heads. Mm-hmm. Lance and Noah and Gunnar have taken that 20 times further than what we've ever taken it.
Yeah.
As far as what they do on the water.
Yep. Time spent.
Oh my gosh. You know, we thought we were onto something when we would find a curve in the river and we would find a nice thick scum line. Oh,
we're figuring them out, boys. We're figuring them out.
Got the scum
Nobody knows about this but us.
Or we would find an island and the river would separate on both sides of the island. It would come up to the bottom side where there'd be a little more flow.
Sure. Yep.
Oh, we thought we had it figured out, you know. Mm-hmm. Nothing like what these guys are doing now. I mean, what they look for, there's so much more than what we were doing back in the day.
It's got to be so much more detail-oriented, down to a T of what exactly conditions, body of water type, flow, whatever it might be, moon phase, weather. I'm sure it's a very complicated process.
Yeah. Yep. And so the proof is in the pudding.
Absolutely. Yep.
You know?
Yep. Well, going off of that, Matt, we're going to get some insights into Tommy Woods' brain.
Yes.
We're going to give him a call right after this quick commercial break.
Efficiency Bowfishing Lights by Outdoor Innovations USA. A color tone adjustable and dimmable light with a unique patented reflector design that puts more light where you need it. Efficiency Bowfishing Lights offer 3 different models: the 65-watt single-color economy light, the 65-watt Efficiency V2 tri-color dimmable light for maximum efficiency and versatility, and the 130-watt Efficiency Maximus, designed to be an all-out beast of a bowfishing light. Efficiency, designed and built by bowfishermen for bowfishermen. Check them out at OutdoorInnovationsUSA.com. Are you looking to elevate your bowfishing brand with stunning design solutions? Look no further than N Designs. Their team of talented designers is dedicated to bringing your vision to life. Whether it's t-shirts, hats, leather products, eye-catching logos, to captivating boat wraps, they have you covered. Plus, with their commitment to excellence and attention to detail, you can trust that your project is in good hands. Don't settle for ordinary. Choose N Designs for extraordinary results. Visit their website today and let's bring your ideas to life. N Designs, where creativity meets excellence.
And welcome back, everybody. Episode 107 of the Bowfishing Buzz. We have a very, very special caller on the phone here. Matt, why don't you go ahead and tll everybody who we got on the phone?
All right, we've got multiple Cajun Classic winner. 2008, 2012, 2014, 2022 BAA World Champions.
Oh, my goodness.
5-time Muzzy Champions.
Oh.
And 2-time Bass Pro U.S. Open Champions. The man from Georgia, Tommy Woods, is joining us. Tommy, how are you doing? Thank you so much for joining us on the podcast.
Yes, sir. I'm glad to be here.
Awesome, awesome. How is the weather in Georgia right now, Tommy? Is it hot and steamy?
No, sir. Actually, it's been a very nice week thus far. It's a little bit of rainy, but we've had some, in the morning times, it's been around 67, 68 degrees this week.
Beautiful.
Very, 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 very good.
Man.
It beats that 90-degree weather any day of the week.
That's what we've got up here. It's just hot and humid and you can, have to part.
We've had our share of that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But we do need rain for our food plots.
We just got our food plots in, so we are praying for rain. It's been wet all spring and summer, and now we've been dry the last week or so, of course.
Right. Yep. Well, I think they keep saying that we're still low on rain, but I don't see how. I'd share some with you if we could.
Yeah. Yep.
So, Tommy, I absolutely loved watching the BAA Worlds weigh-ins a couple weeks ago down there in Decatur, Alabama. And I love seeing you and Hunter and Kyle and Shorty coming through the weigh-ins and then lifting out big heads. Man, I really thought that was really cool to see because you changed your strategies in game to adapt to some of these tournaments right here that we're having. So it was cool to see you guys coming in like that. So we're going to get going here. We're going to ask you some questions, Tommy, but so let's roll along here with the Tommy Woods on the Bowfishing Buzz.
So to roll along with that, Tommy, when did you and your team decide that you wanted to start scouting for big heads?
Well, I mean, I guess it was pretty obvious that if we were going to compete anywhere in that area of the United States, we were going to have to kind of change up our techniques and instead of just griping about it and everything that, I know it's a pretty controversial thing, it seems like. I'd rather than do that. I'd just rather try to adapt ourselves. So, I mean, you ain't getting nowhere griping.
Right.
And, if you're not trying to change and alter and learn, I guess. Even old dogs can learn new tricks.
That's right. So, That's right.
It's just, and it actually is not too bad. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my airboat.
Yep.
I guess we always have been part of the loud boys, and now we're kind of going over to the quiet guys.
I love that when you said that to me. Yeah, I thought that was so cool. I thought that's really neat right there. That's really cool. But let me ask you this, Tommy, because that one year you guys won the U.S. Open, you guys came in with over 1,000 pounds of grass carp.
Yeah.
It was definitely an epic night for sure.
Yeah. So let me ask you, going into this year's BAA Worlds down there, did you do scouting for grass carp or buffs? Did you do other scouting, or did you just focus on big heads, or did you kind of have to mix it up a little bit?
No, I ain't gonna say we didn't go look.
Okay.
We went and we kind of split up and went and looked at they have it ruled now where you can only use 2 boats, I guess, for scouting in the world. So we did go a few nights and look at some holes that have typically produced some good grass carp before, and they just weren't panning out. I mean, like literally, could have felt like we could have had a decent sack, but felt like we could do a little better with the big heads if we could, learn that game. So we spent a lot more time, I guess, on the big heads versus the other for that tournament.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a change up for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think that time of year can also play into that, Tommy, as far as fish?
Oh, without a doubt.
Yes,
yeah.
I agree. Right. Mm-hmm.
It does. That time of year. I mean, I don't know. I love grass carp. Don't get me wrong.
Yep.
And I'm seeing that big heads can be, or if not more, as finicky as they are. But it's time of year plays a big role in that,
right?
And the moon and everything.
Absolutely,
all that stuff
absolutely
plays a big role.
Yep. So that's what I kind of wanted to ask you here, Tommy. Now, what have you noticed? Because you've done some awesome jobs in tournaments with the grassies, buffs, and now getting into the big heads. What have been some of the challenges between those species? Can you identify anything, with each one differently?
Well, as far as the scouting for the big heads, I'm not gonna lie, it's rougher on my body.
Yeah,
it's just the standing still, and like in my airboat, I'm always moving. I'm moving the stick. We're on the go. That big head thing is just such more slower and standing still. It's rougher on my old bones. I ain't gonna lie. I can go scouting in my airboat and not for 3 or 4 nights and not feel near as bad as I do for one night of scouting of that big head. I don't know what the difference is,
right?
But it's so slow. I guess maybe is what I'm getting at.
Sure, absolutely.
It takes longer. I can see where multiple boats would be a whole lot better for scouting, for big heads versus just having one boat and trying to cover some of the waters that is available.
Right.
But it's I don't know. It's rougher on the old man. I know that.
I remember a couple years back, Tommy, you and Shorty went up and were bowfishing big heads with Dennis Redden. And didn't he say something to you about your phone or something like that, or something was making a lot of noise?
Well, it was buzzing. It was deer pictures, in the middle of the night, and that phone was buzzing in my pocket. And you're just going, zzz, 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 and he's like, "What is that noise?" And I said, "That's my phone taking pictures." And he said, "You're going to have to cut that thing off." And I'm like, "Okay."
Yep.
See how crazy that is?
Yep. Yep.
It's just crazy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, doing this big head thing, we have heard things that we had never heard before while we're out scouting, like owls, coats.
Yes.
You can't hear none of that stuff when that airboat's running.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a little more laid back, relaxed.
Well, I'll be honest with you. We've done figured out for me. We give us a couple of daggum, I guess you could say the fold out chairs.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
We do some sit down scouting.
Relax scouting.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because all you need to hear is a couple good solid rolls on the surface.
Oh, yeah.
You get that big old whoosh. You're like, okay, there's something around here now. Yeah. And then it kind of gets you going.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a listening game.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So speaking of that airboat of yours, Tommy, we all know you got a big, bad airboat. What type of boat were you using when you're chasing these big heads?
Right now, we're shooting Shorty bought a Tracker Grizzly boat, and it's working good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get me wrong. I love my airboat, and Farron at over there at Patriot has done us kept us in some good boats. I might have to wind up talking to him about building us one of them boats. That would be pretty awesome.
Right.
But the Tracker is doing great, and thus far, and it's just, I don't know. I guess it's the slowness that I have to get used to. Yeah. When I was talking to JP and told him about us doing the big heads, he's like, hey, you about ready to jerk your arm off or something now because you're going so slow? And I was like, man, I tell you, it is daggum. It's a different. It's different.
Yep. No doubt about that.
But
is it a little bit better
right
on
the?
Go ahead.
But on the fuel side, yes.
That's what I was just going to ask you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When you go and you're burning $10-12 a night versus daggum $100 a night, that's definitely
right.
That's a big difference.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. So Tommy, tournament night for the Worlds. Did you see other boats in your area where you were shooting, or did you kind of have it all to yourself?
Yeah, we had several people. Several people had found the same fish, I guess you could say.
Okay.
And, yeah, we had some people on us most of the night, to be honest with you. That can make it a little stressful. That was a little bit of challenge, and we learned, like I said, a few things. I think maybe I'm just going to say this: we probably spend too much time on one spot versus, I guess. Well, this is a learning game for us, and we have a lot to learn, and we probably should maybe run and gun a little more.
Right.
On those things. I don't know. Like I said, this is all a learning curve for us, and we feel like we're several years behind on this, but I don't know. It's interesting. I enjoy new things, new challenges, so we're not giving up on it. I can promise you that.
That's good.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I'm genuinely curious to hear the answer to this one, Tommy. On any given tournament night, what species of fish do you feel most confident in holding their pattern that you've seen in scouting prior nights before? Grass carp, buffs, or big heads?
As far as holding and being predictable, I think buffs are probably the in my experience, I think buffs are probably I have more faith in them holding, I guess.
Okay, I gotcha.
Grass carps have given me more ulcers than probably anything. Just because, any little thing, but I'm thinking that big heads, they might give me just as many from the way it looks, because they're a super finicky animal also.
That's right. That's right.
But if I had to depend on something, I would think buffalo would probably be the most predictable.
Yeah.
But I don't know that there's many buffs that can compete with some of these big heads.
Right.
Yep.
In a consistency.
Right. Yep.
Stack. So
yeah. So speaking of these big heads, Tommy, what's the biggest big head that you've shot so far?
58 pounds.
58.
So
gotcha.
far, it's the biggest one.
Nice.
Yep, that's the biggest one that I've put an arrow in. There's some big ones out there though.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And those are amazing fish.
They can. It's like hooking onto a bulldozer once you hit one.
Oh yeah, they're gonna go straight. They're gonna try to go straight to the bottom.
Yeah. It's just a big tug of war match. Just a big tug of war. I can remember, Tommy, a couple of years back, we were shooting in. That was a year that you came in with 1,000 pounds of grass carp down at the Pyramid. I believe that tournament was at the Pyramid that year in Memphis, Tennessee. There, and me, Dennis, Damien, and Jeremiah, we head up to our big head hole, and the night before, literally, we had big heads that were bouncing off the trolling motor.
You could reach out and touch them.
Right. It was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
So we make the long drive all the way back up to that spot, night of the tournament. We never saw a single big head that night.
Yeah. I know. I remember a muzzy that y'all had I think it was maybe 14. No, I can't remember what year it was, but y'all had big fish of that big big head carp there, and that was a monster.
Yeah, that was 79 or 78.
I don't know if y'all was in the same place, but yeah, it was a monster.
Yeah, that was a big tanker. Yep. And the funny thing is, when we shot that fish, Tommy, we shined the light and we saw it sitting there floating, and we all drew back and shined our lights, and we all shot, and all three of our arrows went into the side of that fish. The fish never fought 1 second of its when we shot him. It was done for. So that was like A good thing.
Yeah.
So he didn't even fight.
No, not at all. He was done. Yeah, so that was a good thing.
Sometimes that's good with them big ones.
Yes, that's what you want to have.
Yeah, especially with 3 arrows and 3 lines coming off that fish, that could be a disaster.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
So like
what
I said,
what I think is so cool about some of them shots, they're sitting there with their mouths open, whatever, and you shoot them right down the throat, and it comes right out the back of the head, and they just roll over.
Yes,
like, that's awesome.
Yes, the old tenneringer, kapunk. That's what old Dennis Redden always says. Oh, right in the tenneringer.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure.
And like I said, it was
definitely fun.
Right, and it was so cool to see you guys come through the weigh-ins chasing big heads at the Worlds. I really enjoyed watching the weigh-ins there for that. But then afterwards, Tommy, a lot of suggestions, a lot of people commenting on what needs to be done for the future of the BAA Worlds tournaments, and a lot of people making discussions, stuff like that. You have any thoughts or suggestions on the future for the BAA Worlds?
I expressed my thing on their posts that they had there, and I guess I'm old school. I guess I kind of come up in this when it was mostly single water, 2 lakes maybe, something of that nature, and it was more of a family thing. I know times have changed, and I guess you come with a whole new set of problems if you try to have some on one waters or less water. But I just remember back when my kids grew up there. We brought the kids, the family, all of the people in the tournament stayed in the same towns. Everybody, I guess I developed friendships from that time frame that last forever.
True.
It was just so much more camaraderie, and I guess now it seems like it's more of a hide and seek game, and I don't know. It's just, to me, it's not near as fun. But I also understand that, now if there are more participants, there's more, volume around the lakes and stuff like that as far as houses and stuff. And I know that causes its own creation of problems, but I don't know. Like I said, I guess I'm old school. I kind of prefer less water. It seems like the number one complaint that I always hear from people it's just getting to where people can't afford to scout. You open it up to 400 or 500 miles of water for people to scout. It's kind of like it. Some people can't afford it. I've been fortunate enough that I can. Now, my wife says I need to stop. She says I need to take up cornhole or something. Hunting and fishing is too expensive. But it's I don't know. That was just my take on it.
Absolutely.
But
and there's so many.
There's a lot of different opinions and a lot of different options. But
absolutely,
just finding that one right little, I guess, compromise. I guess.
I can remember shooting in my first Worlds, and it was down in Kentucky, on Kentucky Lake, and we were staying in a little campground not too far from the lake up there, and almost every cabin was a bowfishing team that was competing in the tournament there. And like you said, Tommy, I agree. Right. I met, Hoopty from Texas was staying there, right. And there was a lot of other guys. Jason Greer, I think, was staying there from Indiana. And you're right. You did meet. That's where I met a ton of great bowfishing friends that I'm still friends with.
That was probably around 2005.
It could have been. Yeah, it could have been.
Wow.
Yep.
20 years ago.
Something like that.
That's when that bridge was still, they called it Pucker Bridge yet, because that's before they redid that bridge that crossed to Kentucky right there. And you literally were puckering if you met another vehicle or car coming across with the boat attached to it.
No doubt.
Oh, my goodness.
That's how tight it was, huh?
Oh, it was.
Especially a wide airboat.
Oh.
It was awful.
It was terrible. You did not want to meet another vehicle.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, yikes.
And if you happened to meet a semi, you were crawling.
Oh, God.
It was scary.
Yeah, that's awful.
But, yeah, I agree with you, Tommy, on that. That's where I met some of my best bowfishing friends were at those type of tournaments years back. And yeah, nowadays it's more of a hide and seek. You don't want to be seen by anybody. You play these games going to the boat launches at complete darkness because you don't want anybody to see you or where you're at, or you park in a different location and stuff. So I agree with you on that. And like you said, it's just the times of change, I think. And with these tournaments having more and more winnings that you can win, you're not talking as much anymore neither.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of money on the line now.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, I wonder.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And that's one thing that kind of got me, Tommy, because I've only, there was a ton of comments on that, but yet there's only been, I think, one bid submitted so far for 2026 Worlds. Out there.
Right.
Yep. I was kind of hoping that would get more people to put in bids for the Worlds for next year.
Yeah, like I said, I guess everybody has their own opinion or whatever.
Yeah.
And several people asked me, about the Worlds this year and it being a 17-hour tournament and stuff. And that all sounds good and everything, but it just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was asked, but because I didn't vote for Decatur, obviously. I voted for Wisconsin just because it was voted. It had less waters, I guess you could say, and I don't know. I'm just, like I said, I like that. I like designated waters. I just feel like it puts everybody more on the same playing field.
Yep.
Versus the hide and seek game. And you think of this: if the Bassmaster Classic, if they come to you and and they said, okay, this year we're going to have 500 miles of water that they'd laugh you out of that place. To me, that's just not a tournament.
Yeah.
Right. That's whoever can find the place that they can go hide and shoot fish. A tournament is supposed to be a shootout.
Right.
I think. I know everybody wants big weights and everything, but if you win with 200 pounds or you win with 1,000 pounds, you put your best sack that you can put together on what you're given.
Yeah.
And to me, that's just, I don't know. I know a lot of people don't think like that, but that's just my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
I totally see that side of it. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep. So let me ask you, Tommy, any more tournaments planned here for the 2025 season?
I think we're done.
You're done, huh?
I think we're done. Yes, sir. Unless something comes up that just catches our eye, I'm about ready to start chasing some fur.
There you go. Yeah, we're planning for that too up here.
Yep.
I wanted to roll back to the Worlds this year, Tommy, and ask you a question. Because this year it was on a Friday night. Did you like the Friday night part of it?
I love it.
Okay.
I really do.
Yeah.
I like it better. It just seems, how many times have you said, boy, if the tournament was last night, it would have been, Saturday night is just always different. No matter what body of water you're on, there's always more boat traffic. The banks are always beat up more. And that Friday night, you have that extra day to recuperate.
Yeah, absolutely.
That might not mean a lot for some of the younger folks, but for some of the older folks, it daggum does.
Especially when you're chasing big heads, right?
Exactly. 100%. But I love the Friday night.
Okay, that's very cool because all the teams are there already. They're already in the area. Yep. They took that week off for 4 days before.
They're scouting.
So they're in the area a little bit there. So I think that was a pretty cool thing to do is have it on a Friday night.
Might see more of that going forward with some of these tournaments.
Maybe you will, yes. Mm-hmm.
Tommy, I thought about too. A lot of some of the people, some of the tournaments, like a tournament like that size or something, that would be cool to just say the weigh-in was Saturday morning. How cool would it be for everybody to get together, the whole tournament get together Saturday afternoon or evening for a big cookout or something
that would be
like
awesome.
That, kind of try to bring it back to the family type orientation.
That's a great idea.
The camaraderie of it would be pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because that is so true. Because nowadays, like you said, everybody's kind of hiding, staying away. It's all secretive. You show up at weigh-ins.
Yeah, it's more of a rat race.
Yeah, you weigh your fish and you leave. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I can definitely see that for sure. Yep. Coming up now, Tommy. In Georgia, when does the Georgia alligator season start down by you?
It's the end of August.
End of August.
Okay. A few more weeks.
All right. So I'm guessing that if you wanted to have a gator tag, you would have had to apply already by now for Georgia, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You apply in June, and they usually draw in July.
All right.
I didn't actually get drawn this year.
Okay.
But I do have some guided trips that I'm taking.
Okay. How long does it take, like, for example, in Georgia to apply? And is it kind of like a harder draw system for, say, for myself out of state? Is it a hard draw, or do you get points?
Yeah, it's a point system.
Okay.
I think it doesn't cost anything to apply in Georgia, and I think that's why there's so many people that apply. Say there's more people apply for Georgia alligator season for non-residents than any state in the United States.
Wow, that surprises me.
It doesn't cost anything to apply, and anyway, it's. I had 5 points this year and didn't get drawn. Usually you get drawn by 5 points, but 6 is. I had the 2 or 3 people that I had this year. It was 6 points, if I'm not mistaken, before they got drawn. So yeah, it's a pretty long wait, but
got some pretty good gators down there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. There you might could possibly. I don't really do the snagging. When all I pretty much offer is archery.
Okay.
Everybody that I take wants to shoot them with a bow, and I enjoy that part. We've killed them up to 11.5 feet with a bow, but your average one down here is going to be 8-9 feet, 10 feet.
Yeah.
It's just according to how much time you want to put in.
Right.
But it's also. You got to get a lot closer to them, and they're a lot more aggravating trying to get them with a bow.
Yes, yep.
But in my eyes, it's a little more rewarding.
Yeah.
Yep. And I think the people that call me and want me to take them, I think they think the same way. I mean, I think snagging. You got your side imaging and live scoping, and that makes it a whole lot easier if you're trying to do snagging. I mean,
right.
All you got to do is find where they're at and throw it across them. Right. And don't get me wrong, that's still a fight to get it in also, but it just seems to me it's a whole lot more, I guess, challenging to try to shoot one with a bow, and I enjoy it better anyway.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. How long have you been providing guided trips for gators, Tommy?
Probably ever since they started the gator season in Georgia. Oh, wow. We've been pretty successful doing it, but it's like I said, it's just got harder to get drawn. It takes longer.
Yeah.
But it's a good time for sure.
Yep.
Everybody enjoys the airboat ride too.
Oh, gosh, yes.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm just curious because I've only hunted gators in Florida. All right.
Mm-hmm.
At nighttime when we'd go out, you'd kind of see a good gator off in the distance, but boy, as soon as you get close to him, that gator is sinking, and now it's a waiting game. Where's he going to come up? Then he comes up way over there. You chase him over there.
Right.
Is it kind of the same thing, Tommy, with your bigger gators down there?
Oh yeah, the bigger gators are always going to be more challenging.
Yep.
They played the game over the years. They know they're just like a mature buck. They know what's going on. And but yeah, it's I ain't gonna lie. We have shot them drifting. We've shot them with the big lights on. We've shot them without the lights. We've shot them with flashlights, and we've also shot them running on planes.
Oh yes, cowboy style. Yeah.
And most customers I wouldn't take that because a lot of them don't have their sea legs on.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but it is fun. I mean, it's just according to what mood they're in. You have to just keep playing with them, and sooner or later they'll mess up.
Right.
And like I said, it's just according to how long you stick with a certain one. But, they're like anybody else. They're going to make a mistake every now and then. You just have to be there when it happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you hunt them during the daytime, Tommy?
You can.
Okay.
In Georgia, you can't bait them or anything like that. The basic rule is you have to have a line attached to it before you can dispatch it with a rifle. You can't do open water shooting or anything like that as far as with a rifle.
Okay.
You just have, you can't set hooks or anything like that. You have to either be harpoon, bow, or snag line.
Okay.
which basically rod and reel. But
have you ever tried calling them?
Yeah, we fiddle with it a little bit. It, we've had some come really close, but nothing big that we haven't called anything big in. I'll put it that way.
Yep. Have you?
Tell you what's best though is like down there in Louisiana, we've which Louisiana's a little bit different than Georgia. I mean, there's some gators down there that probably ain't never seen people before, but
wow.
Like when we're down there, I always love to do this. And probably you might have seen some videos online that I've posted before, but where we'll shoot a buffalo and just slosh it around on the side of the boat, and that gator will actually come up and get the buffalo from you.
Oh my gosh!
I remember seeing
wild,
that. Yeah, yeah. I think it was Hunter who was flapping the water, the buff in the water there, and he.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that one of them videos there was like 9 gators come in to that one slot.
Oh my God!
It was pretty wild.
That's funny.
But
when I was down in Texas a few years back, and we were out with Buck Medley, and we were on the Choke Canyon way up on the rivers and stuff, and we were going down river there, and I looked off, and here's this giant 12-foot gator on the bank during the daytime. So we turned around and we eased up in there, and here was he had pulled up a big old dead smallmouth buff.
Really?
And he had it up there on the bank, and this thing was huge. Oh my gosh. But he was gnawing on a big old buff up there.
Sight to see right there.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. That was a big gator. Have you ever tried using speakers, Tommy?
Have not.
Okay, because that's the reason I was asking you about calling them, because that's what we do when we go down to Florida. Is they put a Bluetooth speaker up in the front of their boat there, and they play those baby alligator sounds. You're like, ew, 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 ew. And then we just it's kind of like turkey hunting. You sit there and wait for 10 minutes or so, and then if nothing comes in, we'd move on to the next spot and set up like that there. And
I might have to check the regulations and see if that's something that I might have to try that.
Right, because we've shot 2 gators now that came into the call. I shot a 10-footer, and then Alyssa shot that 8-footer a couple years back. But it came right to the nose of the airboat. Literally got up. She got up and she walked up and shot it right in front of the airboat there. It was crazy. That little speakers is going.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool. Yeah, that's a neat way to do it.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
It
reminded me so much of turkey hunting.
I love me some turkey. Oh, yeah, I love me some turkey hunting, so that sounds right up my alley.
Yeah, you have to give that a try. Yep. So, all right, Tommy.
Sure.
Well, we're going to let you get back to work back there. We thank you so much for joining us here on the Bowfishing Buzz and telling us about your different techniques now and stuff like that. That, like I said, it was really cool to see you guys come in there. Another thing, Tommy, that I guess I've always kind of looked up to you and kind of thought really good guy is you do a lot with your family. You always had your family around when you come to these tournaments. Hunter was always on your team from a young kid up, and now you're a grandpa now too, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
got 2
that's
grandboys.
awesome.
Hunter has two boys, Boone and Brent. So yeah, I'm excited about that tremendously.
Right. That's cool. So that's one thing I always loved about you, and great friend, and that's what I always liked about you. You always had the family involved with everything that you did. That was really cool.
Right. Yeah, my dad said when he brought me up, he's going to try to keep me into hunting and fishing and keep me out of trouble, and it worked for me. I ain't going to say I didn't get in some little trouble, but I pretty much kept my nose clean.
Sure.
But I said the same thing I was going to do about my son and daughter, and I overdid it a little bit with them more, because I think I kind of spoiled them some, but I hope to get to do the same thing with my grandkids.
Right.
So.
That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah, that's just beautiful.
Great. That's just great. And I know every time you're ever competing in a tournament where Tommy Woods and Hunter and Shorty are shooting in that tournament, anytime you beat them, that was an accomplishment. No matter if you came in first or, whatever. If you could beat Tommy Woods in a tournament, you felt really good about yourself. Yep. So that's awesome, Tommy.
Yeah, I don't know about that. This year, I seemed like we were all washed up.
Now watch. Next year, you're going to come blasting out guns of fire in next year, Tommy.
Yep, revenge tour. Yep.
Shorty said we could have retired a long time ago.
Oh, it's great to see you guys competing out there yet. I love watching, like I said, I loved watching the weigh-ins this year, and it was fun to see you guys coming through with the big heads and, getting out there and competing. So you're still one of the top teams in the nation, Tommy. You guys are.
Well.
Yep. You guys
I appreciate that, but, we daggum definitely try.
Yes.
Try to try anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You guys always do good. I always love watching you guys and seeing where you're at and seeing what you're up to. So we'll let you get back to work here, Tommy. And once again, thank you so much for taking the time and joining us here on the Bowfishing Buzz. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You bet. Take care, Tommy.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
A bowfishing legend.
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
And it's always a joy to talk to him. It's always, you always learn something. You hear a cool story. That's awesome that he was able to join us today.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, like I said, 2008, 2012, 2014, 2022 BAA World Champs, 5-time Muzzy Champs, 2-time U.S. Open Champs, multiple Cajun Classic Champs.
His trophy case looks like LeBron James' trophy case.
Now, can you imagine how many more, second and third place finishes there are in that, and local state tournaments and and stuff like that, and smaller events and smaller tournaments. Yeah, it was I always loved competing against Tommy when we were there because you knew when you were heading back to weigh-ins, that was one of the teams that you had to watch out for.
Yep, and if they're at the end of the line, you're sitting there going, God darn it.
Yeah. That year he was talking about it when we came back with that giant big head that one year. And I thought we finally were going to win the U.S. Open. No, that was a Muzzy Classic.
Okay.
We're going to win the Muzzy Classic. We're going to win it. And we were in first place until the last boat rolled through.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it was Tommy Woods.
What year was that? Just because I remember being down there running a booth, but it might have been.
No, you weren't at this one.
Okay,
you weren't at this one here. This was, it was. We thought we finally had it, and they actually had a big head back then. They would have a big head. They would have a big head back then and a silver.
Wow, that's rare.
Yeah.
Huh. Cool.
We thought we finally had them. I think they beat us by like 5 pounds or something like that. There. Oh my goodness.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah. But it was always fun competing against those guys.
Yeah, 100%.
Good guys. Mm-hmm. All right, Schmitty.
Oh.
You know what time it is?
Oh.
Ooh. What could that be?
Oh, I know what it is.
Get ready for a fish that you wish. This fish comes to us out of the state that produces as a top producer of peanuts, pecans, peaches, and Vidalia onions.
Georgia?
That huge foam finger that people waving at sporting events was invented in this state by Gerald Foos in 1971. The 39th president of the United States, Jimmy Carter, lived in this state before he became president. He was a peanut farmer. I'm talking the peach state of Georgia.
Got it, baby.
This fish was shot March 11th, 2015 by Kenneth McKee. With a length of 41 inches, this monster mirror carp tipped the scales at an impressive 37.5 pounds.
Wow, that's a big mirror right there. And that's also a fish you wish you shot. Oh, that is a tank of a mirror carp. Good Lord.
Mm-hmm. Now, why did I bring that up, Schmitty?
Because Tommy Woods is from Georgia.
Exactamente.
When you said the peaches, I'm thinking Georgia in my mind, but then you said peaches, I'm like, I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
I just gave Tommy Woods a target because that mirror carp from 2015 is still the Georgia BAA record.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So, Tommy, get out there and shoot a big mirror carp.
Yep. I feel like Tommy's at his home. He's got a room in his house that's just dedicated to bowfishing. Up on the wall, it's like an interrogation room of like a detective. They'll be like, Bass Pro U.S. Open first place. There's an X through it.
Yeah.
Muzzy Classic, X through it. There's all these different things, and now he just stapled up a new picture of that.
You know what he does have to add to that, though?
What's that?
An AMS Big 20 check.
Absolutely.
Come on, Tommy.
Get him up here, man. We'd love to see you. That'd be cool.
You forgot to ask him a question.
Oh, what did
you had a question that you were going to ask him.
Oh, is it about my song? And
yeah.
how I reference his house in my
Tommy
song?
Woods Mansion. And that
front door key to Tommy Woods' mansion.
Yeah.
Dang it.
That was in the earlier song.
Yeah. Yep. I wonder isn't it a Rockstar song?
Yeah.
Yep. I wonder if he's ever heard it. We'll have to probably
ask him.
We'll have to probably send it to him just for good measure, you know.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. Oh, Schmitty.
Another one in the books, Matt.
Another one in the books. We hope you enjoyed episode 107 of the Bowfishing Buzz, brought to you by AMS Bowfishing and
Megamouth Bowfishing as well. Our fantastic sponsors. Efficiency Bowfishing Lights by Outdoor Innovations USA.
Yes.
And
Yes.
Designs Leatherwork and Embroidery. Fantastic
Yes.
sponsors for the pod. Thank you so much.
Schmitty, you and I are heading back down to Kentucky.
Yes, we are.
On August 18th.
Yep. Late season trip.
Who are we hooking up with?
We're going to go down there and meet a little fella down there. Why don't you tell everyone who that's going to be?
We're going to hook up with Lance Brantley, Gunnar Hagen, and Noah Brewer.
Yes.
Team AMS.
Yep.
And we're going to sit down and have a big old podcast. All of us together.
Yes. All of
Telling
us.
stories.
Yep.
Hearing how their season went this year. Chasing those giant big heads. Oh my gosh. And then we might even get a chance to go out and shoot a big head.
That would be amazing.
A moon pie big head, Schmitty.
That would be amazing. Amazing.
So from all of us here at AMS Bowfishing, we wish you the best of luck. Remember, aim low.
Think big. Thanks for listening, guys.